There we go.
Hi.
Hey.
Thanks so much for taking the time to do this. Yeah. I'm Liz, and
pleasure.
Hi, I'm Sabrina. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet y'all.
Yeah, perfect. All right. Well, just a little bit about what we're doing today. So we are recording, if that's cool.
Of course.
There will be a video aspect to this for our student radio station, and that'll be super fun. And then we're doing a written portion, which will just be a transcription of some of the questions for our newspaper that we work for. It's the Shepherd Express in Milwaukee, and it's the largest music magazine or newspaper, Jesus, in the city, which will be sick. So
and social media.
And social media. She's the social media girl. So
Instagram, all that fun stuff.
There's a whole empire over there, huh?
Oh, you know it. Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's the goal.
Right on. Rad.
Yeah. Well, should we get started?
Yeah, I'm ready if y'all are.
Perfect. So we're just gonna do a little intro for the sake of the video portion. And then we'll just get right into it. Thanks again.
Cool.
I really appreciate it. It's really great to meet you. I'm a huge fan, actually. So
cool. Yeah, nice to meet y'all too.
It's really exciting.
Cool.
Anyway, okay. Right. So we'll just go. Okay. Hi there. Good afternoon and welcome to Talk to Me, a segment of Prowl Radio at UWM. Our names are Liz Linton and
I'm Sabrina Rossler.
And today we are interviewing Nathan of Hippocampus.
All right. So first and foremost, we are so beyond excited to have you on here today and to have the opportunity to speak with you, get to know you a little bit better. So why don't you start by telling us what is your position in the band? What do you play?
My name's Nathan. I play guitar and I sing some songs sometimes. I try. And yeah, sometimes I feel like the dad of the group, but that's neither here nor there, so it's completely irrelevant. I play guitar. That's the gist of it.
Okay, guitar, singer, dad. Got it.
Love
Perfect.
it.
Everything's covered. All right. Well, we'll start off by why don't you tell us about how everyone met, how the group came to be, and what everyone was doing beforehand.
We were all attending the same high school, a performing arts high school in St. Paul. And we had been in different bands, following just like meeting a bunch of really creative and skilled musicians and artists alike at that school. And so we'd been in a couple different groups throughout high school, and at the end of high school, there's another wave that was kind of coming along, and there was a lot of sadness with high school ending. There's a lot of emotions with high school ending, as everybody can relate. And we just kind of wanted to start something fresh, and Jake and I had kind of lived near each other all of high school without even really realizing it. And we started writing songs. We didn't really tell anybody. And yeah, 10 years later, here we are. Still just trying our best, trying not to make fools of ourselves, but to no avail, usually.
Love it.
Yeah, what a 10 years it's been, for real.
That's actually a really great answer.
Yeah.
So obviously you guys have a very unique name, Hippocampus. How did that come about?
Yeah.
Psychology class. Yeah, it was pretty run of the mill. There was another band that I was a fan of at the time. I'm still a fan, Limbic System, and they're based out of Arizona. And I figured, kind of looping in with the brain analogies, it was a bit cheeky, as we all were at that time, definitely super pretentious. And we always joke that it's like the least worst name that we could come up with at the time. But would I change it now? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. It's tough to say. But yeah, psychology class, just reading about the brain and thought we were being cute by saying we'd, they'd remember it,
Absolutely. I think it's a cute name.
I think it's a cute name too. I think it's good that you
Thanks.
stuck with it. Yeah, for sure.
Thanks, guys. Oh.
Yeah. What inspired you? So I suppose you kind of always knew what you wanted to do music-wise if you went to a performing arts high school. Did you always know that this is what you wanted to do, that you wanted to be in a band? And if you weren't in a band, what do you think you'd be doing right now?
Personally, I was kind of all in on the idea of being in a band. I think music at any capacity, especially in high school for me, that was all I had, that was the only thing I was really banking on. The other guys, had a couple different options, like smart people usually do, but I was kind of all in on just this one thing happening. And, if it wasn't a band, I would try to be doing it on my own probably, or in whatever capacity. But I think at this point it's it's just a fate, kismet kind of thing. We're super lucky to be able to do what we do, and to have the opportunity to be friends and in a band that sells a handful of tickets. I mean, that was kind of the only dream I had, the only heading that I had.
Yeah.
And I try to just express gratitude for it every day that I get to have the opportunity to do this, and with my friends, with my homies. It's pretty cool. So.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah.
That is
All right.
another great answer. You're just full of great answers.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So what's the main takeaway that you hope that your listeners, when they're listening to your music, what is the main takeaway that you wish for them?
I try to leave myself out of that, but I think man, okay, yeah, let's see. This is where you make a cut. This is where you edit, right?
No answer is wrong.
Okay.
This will make the B-roll, don't worry.
I don't know. I think maybe I don't know, it's tough because you have to think about like people who have never heard the band before, people who have been listening to you for a really long time, and those are, I guess, either ends of the spectrum, but like you really want to make both of those parties happy, because I think that you have to cater to the people that gave you this position in the first place, or the platform in the first place, while also trying to have a fresh perspective on rock music just in general is like really hard nowadays, just given the way that I don't know, that bands are kind of formed and built, kind of constructed. It's changed a lot over the last 10 years and the 10 years before that, and so on and so forth, I suppose. But yeah, I'm kind of dodging the question. I think all I can hope for is just a feeling of honesty that they get from what we're doing, and a feeling of relatability, I suppose. I think back in the day we might have been caught up with the idea that we have some like grand poetic statement, or fresh poetic perspective, and that we were like literary geniuses, just writing about cigarettes and summertime. And I think now it's definitely transformed into just a mission of being understood and opening a door, providing an opportunity for anybody to relate, and hopefully develop some sort of community, I guess, out of that. Yeah, it's become a more bringing people in as opposed to pushing people away sort of thing. All that being said, we have to kind of just make music that we like first and foremost, and let everything else kind of follow. That's always been the essence of the group, and kind of what we're about when we sit down to write a song in the first place. So I hope that answered your question.
More than an answer.
Yeah,
That was
definitely
amazing.
got it. Yeah, for
Good.
sure.
Good.
All right. Do you want me to ask the next one?
Yeah. Go
Okay. I want to know, do you have a favorite lyric from any of your songs, or one of your favorite lyrics from your songs, and why?
Ooh,
Really hitting you with some tough ones, I know.
it's still early. Come on. Favorite lyrics. I mean, can I look some up?
Go for it.
It's got. I should probably plug the latest EP, huh?
I think so. Good marketing tactic.
Let's go with okay, yeah, I guess one of my favorites now is off of the song Yippee-Ki-Yay, which is off of the latest EP.
Such a
And
good song.
thanks.
Mhm.
It's the first line, shot my horse in the opening scene. I just think that is, I can see us like 7, 6, even 5 years ago, just being like, oh my God, we can't say that, like just being scared to like kind of imply any sort of animal violence or anything like that. I don't know, but it's so vivid, it's like, I just think it sets the scene so well. And I'm just proud of us that we can like push ourselves to just like not be afraid and just write something like that. It's like, that's kind of tight. I think that's like something that always gets me. I just picture like thousands of people screaming that line, and it's hilarious to me. I don't know. It just makes me laugh. Like 5,000 people singing "Shot My Horse" is just, I don't know.
That'd be sort of
That
surreal.
it satisfies a deep craving in my soul.
It just hits right.
Yeah.
It just hits right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like all of our songs for whatever that's worth.
Well, good. That's kind of important. So
Yeah.
So the next question, you probably have a lot of musical influences. However, which one, you can pick more than one, but who are your top musical influences that inspire you?
I was thinking about this the other day, and I was like, I should really have like the like top 100 playlist, like the songs for me. But I don't, alas. I guess for me personally, I have an unhealthy relationship with Gregory Alan Isakov, who's a singer-songwriter in Colorado, based out of Colorado. That guy just like, I don't know how, but he had some sort of like direct line to God. And then God said, I'm giving this to Nathan. Sorry, you deal with him, It's like, I pray to this man.
Sounds spiritual.
It is. It's deep. I love, it's just, he just makes the best. He writes such heaters. They're so good. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Greg Allen Isakov. I'll loop my dad and my grandpa in. just because they're, I don't know, like my earliest musical memories, my dad playing piano, and my grandfather was a choral director at ASU for like 30 years. And
Oh,
I went
wow.
there. Sorry.
oh, really? Cool. Yeah, he probably, you don't know him, but he's he's a G. He's so cool, and he's really knowledgeable, and I've never met anybody who approaches music with that lens that he has. And yeah, so shout out Gramps and Pops. Blah 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 blah. Let's see. This has been a recent like re-upping for me, but there's a Minnesota pianist who was widely influential on me as a kid growing up, called Lori Line. And it's like not what you think, but it's kind of embedded in my DNA.
Yeah.
And blah blah blah, passing over that, blah blah blah. As a guitarist, Julian Lage is like my biggest inspiration over the last 6 years, 7 years. I got turned on to him during the Landmark sessions, and yeah, he's just kind of the best out there, in my opinion. That's five-ish.
Yeah, no, you did really
5
good.
is more
Killed
than
it.
enough. That's cool. Yeah.
Okay, tight.
So the next question is kind of fun. What are you most excited for this upcoming tour? And also give me a little bit of a day in the life of what is it like being on tour? Do you explore the city?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Red Rocks is going to be fun. That's on Tuesday. That's our biggest show to date, I think.
So
I saw that.
exciting.
Congratulations.
Thank you. All these questions are fun, by the way, for what it's worth.
Oh, well, thanks.
Red Rocks is kind of a special case because you can't really, there's not a lot of places to go. You can like walk around and like hike and stuff, but it's kind of like, I don't know, you kind of just want to be there all day. Can't really, it takes a lot to get up there, a lot to get back down. So you don't really want to be running around a whole lot at Red Rocks. Also just because of altitude, you gotta like adjust. But a day in the life otherwise, you know, I wake up, hopefully we're parked somewhere, the bus is parked somewhere, and I can like hop off the bus, take a walk, and I don't know, listen to something, or not, find a coffee shop, get a tea because I don't really drink coffee.
What kind of tea do you drink?
I enjoy a couple hours after I wake up, I'll drink a black tea. That's my like caffeine. And then closer to like showtime, throat coat is usually pretty solid. Any kind of like herbal usually gets me going. I like that kind of stuff. The like chamomile based stuff is really nice. There's a blend here in Minnesota called Northern Lights. I mean, they probably have it everywhere, but it's by the Tea Source, and it's called Northern Lights, and that's delicious.
An interview and a tea recommendation.
Have
We're really lucking out today.
Have you tried Rishi tea? It's Milwaukee tea. Well, it's not
No,
from
I haven't.
Milwaukee, but it's pretty good. Definitely recommend.
Okay.
There you go.
Rishi. I'll check that out.
We can send you
Thanks.
some.
A tea
If you-
recommendation
yeah,
if there ever
please.
was one.
If you send me, we'll talk.
We'll talk. Yeah.
Well, they've got, whoa, these are like,
They're so good. Ginger turmeric, 10 out of 10.
I like their all black tins.
Well, you can get
The
the little,
aesthetic,
you
yeah.
can get the little pouches at Whole Foods actually.
They
Fun
have
fact.
Whole Foods.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, they
Very
so
special.
they're based out of Milwaukee, but they source all their teas from all over, like
Oh,
local,
cool.
and it's really
Dude, this
good.
is
I'm a
rad.
coffee drinker. I'm
Yeah.
not a big tea person.
I don't know.
That's fair.
There's something about tea houses that just it's just nice.
I am a throat
Cozy.
coat girly. I love a throat coat. Yeah.
Throat coat, it goes a long way, man. It really does.
Like a little honey. Yeah. Definitely.
Little honey, call it a day. Man, this is cool. I like these products that I'm looking at right here, but cool, I'll check that out.
Yeah, definitely.
Other than that, yeah, just kind of trying to um yeah, see the sights. It's always nice to go back to places you may have been before, and then also just like branch out and just stumble across certain restaurants. Or we like restaurants, we like coffee shops, we like museums, we like we'll go see a movie every once in a while as a crew. It's really fun. But yeah, Britt, our photographer, is like a big proponent of going out and seeing the world. She's just so good at doing that and being the energy behind that. So you can usually just tag along with her and she'll wind up finding some, some slew of shenanigans to get into, which is really fun. But blah 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 blah.
Love it.
Done.
Perfect. Okay. One of my personal favorite songs from you guys is Bad Dream Baby. I love that song. I'm obsessed with that song.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Years of my life I have been spent listening to that one, but
Cool.
it's fine.
That's right.
I would also say what I love about it is like how lyrically like vulnerable it is, and how I don't know. I think it's a little different from the rest of your stuff, which I love it. Where did that song come from? Is there like a backstory there? How was that? How did that come to be?
Yeah, Jake had written that song, I think kind of just offhand, casual. Man, when was this? When did that EP come out? 2021?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, top of 2021, we had a new studio space and we were kind of juiced off of just outfitting it to our liking. And Jake brought that song in, and I met him at the studio later that night and tracked that guitar line over it. And then all of a sudden we had all this energy behind just making an EP. And yeah, that track kind of became the focus point for Good Dog Bad Dream. And yeah, I mean it is a song birthed out of just a sort of existential dread that you get when your best friend, passes, your four-footed furry friend, or three-footed or no-footed. But yeah, I mean, it was a trying time for everybody also, just like not really knowing when normal was going to be a thing again. I guess it's still the case. But yeah, I guess that's most of the backstory. It's nothing too, romantic or anything, but yeah, we love playing that song. It's nice to have that as a sort of blah 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 touchstone for like when the new era of the band had kind of started, post Bambi. So yeah.
I think that song came at a really good time. I think that was a good release.
Cool.
And it's just like kind of fun. Like, I don't know. I love it. Tell Jake thanks from me. I appreciate it.
I surely will. Yeah. For sure.
Okay, so I've actually been wanting to ask this question since the beginning of the interview, since I wrote down the questions. And what is the weirdest item that you travel with? Because I know you have a weird item.
Weirdest?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go grab them real quick.
It can be anything.
Oh, show and tell moment.
I was gifted this little light up Baymax from Big Hero 6.
That's like one of my favorite movies. So cute.
It's so good. And yeah, so this is my little Baymax, and he just travels with me. He's in my backpack all the time, or I'll put him in my bunk. And sometimes, so I need to replace the battery on this, but yeah, he'll just like light up my bunk, and he's just my little bud.
Love it.
That one's kind of weird, kind of
He's so
fun.
cute.
Glossier. It's a
Oh,
must.
Perf.
love that.
Yeah, other than that, I don't really have a lot of weird things. I try to keep it minimal and clean, I don't really like I don't like a lot of extra.
It's the Glossier for me.
I think that the light up Baymax was the real showstopper there.
In tandem,
you're
they're
on.
unstoppable. They're
Truly.
unstoppable.
Truly. Now we know where he gets all his power from. That's it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Love. It's love.
All right. Well, that's kind of everything.
guess,
Anything else you
yes.
want to get to?
I mean, like I said, I could ask you. a
We
million
could talk
questions
forever, yeah, for
forever,
sure.
But all right. Well, should we wrap it
All
up?
right. Yeah. Oh, and then I'm gonna do a quick little outro, and then can we just take like a little Zoom selfie, just like a
Yeah, for sure.
like a little picture.
Of course.
Yeah. All right. So you have been listening to Talk to Me on at Prowl Radio at UWM, and this has been Nathan from Hippocampus.
Thank you
thanks
for
watching.
listening, and-
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
We're gonna do a little picture, and we will send you on your way. Okay. Hold on.
Thanks so much for having me, you guys.
my
I appreciate
God.
it.
Thank you so much for
Anytime,
doing
anytime.
this. Oh my God, I was so stoked.
And
Like you
I'm-
have no idea. Like me and my like very best friend, we've been friends since we were like really little kids, and like we do not have similar music tastes at all, but we both love you guys.
And-
And
Oh,
she
that's
was
great.
like, I'm going to their concert at Madison in May, and I was like, well, I'm gonna interview him. So, that was my
you guys
plan.
were my anthem when I lived out in Arizona. I would listen to you guys all through Flagstaff when I'd go just like skiing out there. And so it was, I don't know, it hits every time I play it. I'm like,
Yeah, no, this is a super
Wow,
big interview.
cool.
I heard South like right when it came out, and yeah, this is
But,
a big thing for both of us.
also-
Man, thank you.
before
Yeah.
Zoom decides to, because I didn't upgrade Zoom, so before they kick me off, seriously, if you want Rishi tea, have your person like email us.
Yeah.
Send me an
Okay.
address. I'll whip something out of my favorite. So
Yeah, we'll send you a little
Um,
like Milwaukee care
yeah.
package.
I will. I will absolutely do that. Thank you so much.
oh
Yeah,
my
of
God, it's a
course.
pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time.
Okay, should we
yeah.
wait? Oh God, the lighting. Wait. Do you want one? I'm gonna try to make one.
You know what?
I had to take it weird.
When
'cause
in
this
Rome,
is-
right?
I guess so. You might as well. This would be the time.
Got it. Wait.
Wait.
You're so patient. Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, it's my pleasure. I'm happy to be here.
No, seriously,
Nice
thank
talking
you
to
so
you.
much. Have a
Yeah.
great tour. I think I'm gonna be there.
Yeah,
Cool.
we'll have to figure out.
Yeah.
We might email the
So-
Sylvie. I think it might be sold out, but we'll have to
Anyway.
email the Sylvie and get them to.
So-
Come through. We'll get you guys on the list. It'll be cool.
Thanks.
Okay.
Tell them I'll put you on the list. It's all good.
Okay.
Thank
Well,
you.
cool. Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
it.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Talk to you
it
guys
so
later.
much. Bye.
Nice to meet you.
Bye, y'all. Nice to meet you. See ya.